Hey Astro Kids, and welcome back. This is your July 2020 horoscope for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And I do recommend this for your rising sign, but you may also feel as though you resonate with this if you are a Sagittarius, Sun, or Moon. And before we get into this, I want to mention that I am currently offering a class on astrology, and it is available on Facebook in the Facebook group Astrology Class with Daquan Jones. So if you are interested in learning astrology with me, I will leave the information for that down below in the description as well as the comments. So let's get right into this. So first of all, there is a lot that is happening for those of you with Sagittarius rising money-wise. And coming into this month of July, we have Saturn Retrograde, which started back in May, but now Saturn is going to shift back into the sign of Capricorn. So we've had this Saturn retrograde that's been going on here in your third house, where there's been a lot of delays and issues in terms of communication, getting your ideas across, and a lot of authority that played into needing to express yourself more. Coming into this Saturn retrograde in Capricorn, there is a lot of roadblocks in terms of your money, in terms of your finances. And so a lot of you coming into this position now of needing to focus more on your finances, needing to focus more on your resources, right? And many of you coming into this month here dealing with relationships, dealing with partnership, dealing with connection. We talked a lot about that last month, but there's a lot here in terms of needing to focus on your own security before taking things further in any sort of connections that you have built up here. There is a lot of focus that needs to be put on your actual security and actual building up what you want to see in your life at this moment. And so this Saturn retrograde is really revisiting your stability, your security, your ability to stand on your own for those of you with Sagittarius rising. You may also feel this if you are a Sagittarius sun or moon, but especially for those of you with Sag rising, there is a lot here in terms of needing to really focus on your finances, on your security. Now, coming into the 5th, we have this full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn, and this is finally clearing out this eclipse season that we have been in here since that full moon penumbral lunar eclipse that we saw on the 5th of June. So we are here clearing out this eclipse season with a lunar eclipse in Capricorn. Of course, this is clearing out those lunar nodes that we dealt with a lot before shifting into that North Node Gemini, South Node Sagittarius on May 5th. So before this point, we've been dealing with that North Node in Cancer, South Node in Capricorn, and this eclipse season is really being the catalyst to clear out those previous energies. And so coming into this space, there is a lot here in terms of connecting to what brings you the true fulfillment, especially with those of you with Sagittarius rising, really what is bringing you the true fulfillment, the true connection, as this is this Cancer energy that is sitting there in your 8th house. And so really going down to the very depths, really creating this deeper connection, this deeper intimacy, and really focusing on what brings you in the resources through others. And so this is really being highlighted as we're coming into this space where your finances are especially being affected by this eclipse season. And with this full moon lunar eclipse being in Capricorn in your 2nd house, there is a lot where you are gaining in terms of your finances and security. And a lot of this is through your own means, where we started off with that solar eclipse that happened in your 8th house, where this has been a journey of starting to create this intimacy, this connection with others and finding a way to bring through this resource with others. But through that, you are finding how to build, how to gain this security through yourself. And so this is really a big month of really starting to build a strong sense of stability and security. And for those of you who have already done this, really starting to bring in more wealth, more abundance, more security. So this is a big month of increase for those of you with Sagittarius rising. And especially because this is Leo season that we are soon to enter into here in the month of July. So anytime there is a fire sign, when we have this Aries or this Leo, it is extremely bringing in a lot of positivity, a lot of increase into the life of those of you with Sagittarius rising. Now, moving forward, we have on the 12th of July, Mercury finally stationing direct here in Cancer. So for those of you with Sagittarius rising, you know that Mercury has been affecting you at a very deep level. It has brought up a lot of wounds, a lot of insecurities, a lot of fears. It has made you really go through this intense transformation and face these darker aspects of your life. And so as Mercury is coming direct here, this is the final moment of really understanding how to work through these darker areas of your life, how to come into this place of deeper intimacy and connection in your relationships, and really how to evolve and grow in who you are. And so Mercury has done a lot here in terms of really helping you understand how to go in, how to work on those areas that you have been hiding or avoiding or that are deep within you, right? So Mercury has really brought up a lot in terms of really needing to revisit, really needing to reevaluate these deeper parts of yourself, which in turn is bringing you into this place where connection on a deeper level is more possible for those of you with Sagittarius rising. So this is a big moment here with Mercury in your 8th house, where you are discovering hidden information about yourself, about others, where you're able to farm this deeper connection and to really create this deeper bond and connection within yourself, ultimately, for those of you with Sagittarius rising. So this is really a month of going deeper for those of you with Sag rising. Now, moving ahead here on the 20th, we have a new moon in Cancer, because remember that we started off this eclipse season with a full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. We did not have that solar eclipse in Gemini. And so now we are having our second new moon in Cancer. Of course, that first one was that solar eclipse that we had on the solstice. That was really that big moment of opening you up to deeper connections and going into the deeper depths for this full transformation and experience of connecting deeper. Now, this is opening you up to a new opportunity to connect even deeper in your relationships as well, coming off of that Mercury direct. So this is a big moment of really going in and connecting deeply into your relationships and going deeper into your life to understand the areas that you need to transform and to evolve and to grow into. So there's a lot of change, there's a lot of abundance, there's a lot of connection that is happening here for those of you with Sagittarius rising. This is a big moment of change here in the month of July for those of you with Sag rising. The last transit here is the Sun entering into Leo, and this is going to affect you in a big way, as this is the Sun entering into your 9th house, where for many of you, you are thinking about traveling, right? And this is a big time where there's not a whole lot of traveling going on, so some of you may not actually be going on a long distance travel, but some of you may be thinking, considering traveling in the future. Also, with the Sun entering into your 9th house, there's a lot of focus on really, once again, expanding yourself, evolving yourself, going higher, finding a deeper connection, which is coming off of that 9th house, where we're seeing all of this growth and transformation that's taking place. So this is a big moment of really gaining more through knowledge, through experience, Once again, many of you may not be traveling a lot, but thinking about traveling or traveling in your mind through really learning and gaining more wisdom. So this is a big moment of really expanding your consciousness, evolving, growing, bettering yourself for those of you with Sagittarius rising. So those are your transits for the month of July. Now I'm going to get into the cards. And for the cards, I picked from the Rider Tarot deck, the Connolly Tarot deck, and the Black Moon Astrology deck. So starting off here from the Rider Tarot deck, the first card we have is the Queen of Pentacles, where once again we talked about how this is a big month of really growing, evolving, holding that stability and security in your life. And so this is a big moment of taking care of your needs, taking care of what you need to really feel secure within yourself, gaining that sense of worth and security within who you are. So really nurturing your beliefs, nurturing that stable foundation that you are building is really going to strongly take place here in the month of July. And it really is a month for you to push full speed ahead, to go for your goals, to go for your ambitions, to go for that deeper connection, right? With this Knight of Wands, which is your card, Sagittarius, this is a big moment of taking that journey, taking that quest to connect to what is deeply fulfilling to you, to connect to what brings you joy, to connect to what you are most passionate about. So this is a big time of really entering into everything and anything that you want to experience here. And so what is it that you are trying to manifest here in this month of July for those of you with Sagittarius rising? Even for some of those who have a Sagittarius sun or moon, you may feel this as well. What is it that you are trying to act on at this time? What is it that you're trying to manifest, trying to bring into fruition? Some of you may even be teaching or learning a new subject, taking a class at this time in the month of July. But there's a lot of this vision, this goal, this dream that you're trying to manifest and bring into reality. And so there's a big question of what direction are you going to take? Many of you needing to make a choice, needing to discover what path it is that you need to take in order to make this dream a reality, in order to build on this security, right? So a lot of security that's coming through taking a class, taking a journey, learning more, teaching more, that's happening for many of you here in the month of July. And so, which way are you going? What is the path? Many of you need to come up with a plan, need to come up with what are the goals, what is the ambition, what are you headed towards? And many of you back in the month of in the month of June here, have made these connections, have made soulmates, have found partners who are coming in to help support you in this goal or vision. So a lot in terms of needing to discover the path that you are taking here. And speaking of partners and soulmates, we have the Ace of Cups here, where many of you are being offered an opportunity. Many of you are being offered an opportunity to go farther, to go for your goals, to go for your dreams. Some of you being promoted, some of you being offered some assistance in moving ahead here and making your dreams a reality. Next card here going along with that as well, we have the Three of Pentacles, where this is a time of really developing yourself, really taking your skills further, and some of you having some teamwork or collaboration in helping you make this goal, this dream a reality. And so there is a lot of support, there's a lot of learning, a lot of assisting, a lot of developing your skills that is happening. Again, some of you taking a class at this time, some of you thinking about teaching a class, some of you giving guidance to others, receiving guidance from others, really getting this assistance and this support that you need to make your dreams a reality. And this is exactly what you're doing here, Sagittarius, with the Magician card. You are taking your dreams and making them a reality. So this is a big time of really pulling and manifesting what you want to see come to fruition here in the month of July. Next card here is from the Black Moon Astrology deck. We have Lilith, where this is really, once again, a time to go deeper. We talked about that new moon, as well as that new moon solar eclipse that happened in your 8th house, and Mercury coming direct, revealing all of this hidden information and deeper guidance to you at this time. And so many of you diving deeper, digging up more information that is helping to serve you at this moment. And there's a lot that is coming to the surface, being revealed, that you need to work on, that you need to really heal and transform. A lot of healing that's coming here from Lilith that is very much about healing and going in, addressing those wounds, addressing those darker parts of yourself. And so a lot of this is helping you to grow and evolve at this time for those of you with Sag rising. Second card here is the Void of Course Moon. Many of you are feeling that there's something missing, and this is where many of you are searching, where you're digging for more information, where you are ready to learn, ready to teach, ready to explore, ready to guide. There is something big here that we're trying to manifest for those of you with Sagittarius rising. And so what is it that you are looking for? What is the purpose? What is the meaning? Remember, we had that Two of Wands, where this is a big time of understanding the path that you're taking. What is it that you're searching for? What is the plan? What is the mission that is calling to you at this time? Last card here that is going along with that from the Black Moon Astrology deck is Fire. You are passionate here in the month of July for those of you with Sagittarius rising. This is a big time of creating and manifesting what you want to see in reality. And we saw that big time with that Knight of Wands and with that Two of Wands, where this is a big time of understanding what you want to create, understanding what you want to manifest. Many of you are passionate, you have a goal, you have an ambition, and it's time to go. It's time to understand what the plan is, to map everything out and move in that direction. So big moves that are being made here for those of you with Sag rising. Next card here is from the Connolly Tarot deck. We have the Hierophant, where this is about believing in yourself. Once again, many of you are passionate at this time. You have a goal, you have a dream, you have an ambition, but there is a lack of faith that's happening here on your part, where some of you are giving up before you have the opportunity to grow, to learn more. And so it is a time of really holding the faith in yourself and continuing to believe in your goal, in your mission, in your purpose that you are going after. Remember that the Hierophant, this is a Taurus card, where do you have the drive? Do you have the determination to stick to this goal, to stick to where you are headed? And so big time of really believing in yourself to stick to this goal, to stay consistent in this goal, to stay loyal to this goal. Next card here is the Page of Pentacles. So once again, it's a big time of learning. It's a big time of growing and developing yourself. And so again, strongly getting for many of you with Sagittarius that this is a time where you are trying to learn, you're trying to explore, you're trying to gain more knowledge. And for some of you, you're even trying to deliver more knowledge out to others. So big moment for teaching, for guiding, for learning, for those of you with Sagittarius rising. Last card here is the Queen of Swords, where you must defend your truth. You must stand by your mission, your goal. And we talked a lot about that with that Hierophant here in reverse, where you have to stand by your truth. And so are you backing out because there's someone who is denying your truth? There's someone who's talking you down from moving into the direction that you want to move into? And so this is something big to think about here is, are we giving up on the goal, on the dream of where this is headed because someone is influencing you to let go of your truth? Big time of defending, standing by, standing up for your truth. Especially with this Neptune retrograde that is happening in your 4th house. Because remember that the Neptune retrograde is a big time of understanding what is the truth and what is not. And this is a big card for the truth, where are you changing what you feel connected to, what you believe in, because there's someone who is swaying this belief. Because beliefs are big for you with your 4th house being in Pisces, where you are coming from this space of dreaming and believing, for those of you with Sagittarius rising. It's a big time to stand by your truth, to not be swayed or influenced by others who are talking you down from where you want to move into. Big time for teaching, for guiding, for exploring, for gaining more knowledge and insight, for really growing and developing yourself here in the month of July. So that was your horoscope for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. If you enjoyed this, feel free to leave a like as well as a comment. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new content. Also, if you are interested in sharing any spiritual wisdom, motivational advice, or simply just some love and peace, feel free to join the group Astro Metaphysical Love and Light. And I want to thank you all once again so much for joining. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.